Moving ahead, we have a technical presentation and case study for which please join me in welcoming on stage Mr. Videet Deshmukh, Product Specialist Sales at Autodesk. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
Thank you, Ananya, and thank you, Nikhil, for this excellent presentation. I am Videet Deshmukh. I am myself a hydraulics engineer and spent my good amount of time with one of the project or one of the discussion done by Prithviraj sir for Pune Municipal Corporation. So I was a part of Pune 24/7 water supply project as a design engineer. So I'm not going to discuss the challenges because we have discussed the challenges. We know what the challenges are, and I would be focusing more on how Autodesk as a technology provider can help everyone. It could be consultants, it could be contractors, it could be the decision makers, the owners and operators who can use Autodesk technology to solve the real life problems associated with water and wastewater. So I will try to keep it interesting because since academics, the subjects related to water like fluid mechanics, water resources, hydrology are considered as boring subjects, and it's some kind of that discussion, but that is not the case now. Water is the new oil. It is being said in many of the countries, and I will be explaining what does Autodesk holds in its basket, so that you can reach out to us. You can ask us to for any kind of support. Okay, so Nikhil has very well explained this slide. I will not go much into that, but yes, there is a workforce shortage. I will just add into it. The workforce shortage is not from the number of people, not only limited to the number of people, but it is from someone who has developed skills to execute something. With these recent trends in technologies, maybe when Excel was there, when Excel was launched, nobody was very much serious about that, and no one was considering it as relevant and as applicable to their day-to-day life. But if you ask me personally, Excel is a gift from Microsoft to everyone. Thank you, sir, for your time. And but if we see today, right from our personal, personal individual income tax calculation to designing a system, everything revolves around Excel. So, and that is how important technology is. So the shortage I am speaking about is someone who has developed those skills. That is something where capacity buildings comes in place. That is where you as owner and operators get connected with someone like Autodesk and their technology, so that how we can collaborate and make something fruitful and bring something out of that. So that gap is something, I'm not saying that it is not happening, it is completely zero, but more efforts and more things are required on that side. Aging infrastructure, everyone knows that. Increased demand, environmental pressures, so I will not go much into that. And this is something related to climate change. If you see, I was talking to some of our customers who are on Autodesk water infrastructure yesterday in Mumbai. They told me that we are now going to authorities and telling them that we will not be designing a storm drainage system or a flood simulation project. We will not do a flood simulation project based on 30-year rainfall data. Why? Climate change. You just pick up last 5 years rainfall data, consider the peak and design it. You are still doing it in a proper manner because the behavior of the nature has changed in past 5 to 8 years so drastically that people who are not believing in climate change are now believing in climate change. We are in Maharashtra, places, I belong to Vidarbha region. I have seen water scarcity since childhood. And if you ask me, regions like Parbhani and some parts of Vidarbha, Hingoli, they were not even achieving the water which was required for their basic day-to-day activities. Those cities are now getting flooded. So this is a classic example in front of us, how climate change is real and how it is affecting. Which is, the estimate is like, this much people will be getting affected by climate change directly or indirectly. It could be through coastal floodings, it could be through urban floodings, it could be through breaking of dams, because of overflowing and dam breaks. It could be of surcharging the network and everything coming out of it. So any kind of flooding can be affecting this. And we know 55% of increase in water demand is expected by 2050. And all these are sources available. Now, what Autodesk vision is end-to-end water asset management. When I say end-to-end water asset management, we have solutions where you can do the initial planning. It could be city level, it could be ward level, it could be state level as well, where you will do the planning for any kind of water and wastewater related project, which would be later designed by a technical team or designed by you as an in-house technical team, or you will give it to your consultants who will put all of their brains and efforts to come out with a design which was planned here. The next step would be the build phase, where we call it as execution phase or construction phase or build phase, whatever we term it, where an EPC contractor is being selected to perform what was planned and what is being designed, so that he or she goes and executes this on the field. And lastly, the operation and maintenance, which is done by the consultant, contractor and the government body, where all three are connected to do the operation and maintenance. Autodesk Water Infrastructure Solutions has the capability to help you do planning, designing, building, operate, monitor and maintain entire life cycle of the project. It could be storm drainage projects, it could be flood simulations, it could be water supply, asset management, which is very important at in the coming time, because sorry to say this, but our ancestor has not left anything for us as an asset. In many places we still get the details as a PDF hard copy or a scanned copy, which is very blurred, which is very difficult to get digitized. So it is our responsibility now that we leave something for the coming generation. We need something for the future engineers, so that they have everything available digital, and they can do their implementation and construction and monitoring of the future needs. Maybe I'm talking about something, the engineers who would be designing or maintaining the systems in 2030, 35 or 40, when we would be retired or we would not be there. So we will be leaving an asset for them if we digitize this entire thing. So this is what the solution is. So we call it as cloud to sea. I'm sorry, I think, but people sitting there will not be able to see this. We call it as cloud to sea. The moment water falls from cloud till the time it makes its course and we give it back to the nature, we have solutions available. You can design water structures using Autodesk. You can do water distribution using Autodesk. You can do stormwater flooding simulation, sustainable drainage infrastructure. Sustainable drainage infrastructure does not limit only to municipal segment. Drainages for highway, drainages in mining, drainages in land development, drainages in township, drainage in municipal. Everything can be considered here. Upgrading the sewerage network. Population is increasing day by day. As sir has explained very well that 80% of the population is living in 20% of the space, and this goes everywhere in every metro cities, and sewer becomes so. India becoming so much heavy on 24/7 water supply, and if we achieve that goal, and we are achieving it in some of the cities, we need to make sure that 80% of that is going to get out as a sewer generated from that. Okay, so we have to think about sewer upgradation as well, because that's the circle. And water and wastewater treatment plants. So you can do plan, design, build, operate water distribution, storm simulation, storm water designs and comprehensive storm design and flood simulation, drainage designs, upgradation of sewer networks, and operations of water treatment plants and sewage treatment plants. End-to-end water asset management in one platform under one umbrella, which is under Autodesk. Everyone know AutoCAD, everyone know Civil 3D. It gives you a good environment of exchanging the details. Hydraulics is usually considered as 2D. Not much of things are done in 3D, but when it comes to drainage, because our drainage design goes, or maybe storm systems goes up to 3 meter, 4 meter. I have seen places where drainage is going beyond 13 meters also. I will not name the state and area, but I have literally seen that the drainage system, the drainage manual is going by 8 to 10 to 12 meters deep in itself. That is the place where we have to convert it into a 3D environment, where we will get a real replica and we will get a real time, real observations, how to manage that. And that is the place where doing the hydraulics and hydrology on Autodesk and bringing it into Civil 3D, which is an industry accepted product and solution gives you an added advantage of integration of both these tools. So conversion from 2D to 3D, if it is taking 4 hours, it takes 4 seconds because both the products are integrated. So it's connecting the hydraulic designers with the real civil engineers so that your actual project implementation can be done. Otherwise, data corrupt झाला है, 2D to 3D करण्यात काही errors झाले. So you are eliminating all those repeated challenges if that is on Autodesk water infrastructure. Now the question will come, why? Okay, there are many providers, there are free and open sources, there are other software providers, but what makes to Australia, if anything comes to anyone's mind that if you want to upgrade a sewer network or if you want to improve the water supply, it's Autodesk water infrastructure which comes globally. That makes us the global leader in water infrastructure software solutions as well. India, we are now doing that, and we have just started that business, and we have just started, you can say we are scratching the surface, and we need support from you guys. So why do we need Autodesk water infrastructure, or why should we go to Autodesk water infrastructure? Is mainly the GIS integration. If you have, how many of you have heard about E3 GIS? E3 is one of the global leader in providing GIS solutions. Autodesk and E3 has global tie-up where a GIS based solution is connected to hydraulics and hydrology, which again makes lives easier. So we have global tie-ups where data exchanges can be done in real time. Otherwise, I will tell you what happens now. If you do any changes in your hydraulic design, you have to go back and do the same changes in GIS as well. Or if you do any changes, upgradation in GIS, you have to come back and rework on the network because entire equation changes. That doesn't happen with Autodesk. They both speak to each other. Doing changes at one place will get reflected at the other. Again, making life, because software only does one thing. It makes everyone's lives easier. We were designing water system, drainage systems without softwares as well. So whatever we are paying for a software subscription is to make our life easier, so that we should focus on what we say outcome driven tasks and not do the non-productive tasks which are time taking. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, I will explain it in more detail in the next slide where we have the product portfolio available. But yes, artificial intelligence and machine learning can solve the real-time drainage challenges, real choking of drains, maybe predictive analysis for flooding simulation. What would be the condition of this? We can real-time weather forecast can be connected to your hydraulics and hydrology model with Autodesk water infrastructure. So just in case if you observe that the same rainfall is going to get continued for the next 48 hours or next 72 hours, you can immediately put that inside the hydraulic model and it will show you what are the areas which are going to get affected. What will you as authority do after that? You will send the rescue team at that places. You will vacate those areas early. You will send the rescue boats in those areas if the such rainfalls continues. That is the power of artificial intelligence and machine learning. It gives you a predictive analysis based on the real-time data. So we are moving to same goes with water supply. Just imagine a condition where the tank is full, the wall is completely open, no one is doing any theft, and still suddenly one morning you saw that this particular region is observing a very low pressure, which was not observing the same thing in the past. What could be the reason? If the tank is full, if the wall is open, what could be the reason of sudden pressure drop? There are only two reasons. Either there is a leakage or there is column separation. And you will immediately send the team to that place and do that. That's the power of connecting hydraulic modeling with real-time decision making and real-time problem solving. That's what makes Autodesk as a different as compared to other solutions. Cloud and local compute simulation, just to give you an example, if I have to make a flood model for say Cuff Parade, or if I have to make a flood model of entire Mumbai, these both things are very different. Your digital elevation models, contour intervals, rainfall data increases so much, which increases the simulation speed. So if you think that your catchment is very big, or if your water supply network is very big and you need more faster simulations, you can switch these solutions from local to cloud, which will make the speed robust, like 4x, 5x for your immediate simulation. And that comes with Autodesk only, and you do not have to consider anything extra. But I understand cloud is not that much. Building a digital twin, digital twin is nothing. My presentation is there and you can see it here. That's the hydraulic design, and this is what the contractor has executed on site. A digital twin of what the execution is done. Again, solving the real-time problem and real-time challenges on real-time data. If you get a dedicated, what we say, digital replica created of your distribution network, where are the walls, what are the meters conditions, what are the meters showing the readings, what are the flow, what is the wall situation. If you get it in a digital platform in your control room or your SCADA room, you can make the decisions more easier and achieve the goals related to NRW reductions and all the project approval and efficiency. This is one of my favorite, what makes Autodesk difference. Your contractor, your consultant, and you, both three can open the same hydraulic model at the same time, review it, approve it, do changes without hampering each other. You do not have to send those heavy mails. You do not have to send those, drawings. कि इधर से approve हुआ, next step जाएगा. All three can come on a call, or all three can open the one model at the same time, suggest their changes. It will tag, green color का changes consultant ने किया है, contractor ने ये suggestion दिया है. You can immediately review it, being the boss, because you know the region very well. More than that, consultant शायद Bangalore से आया होगा, contractor शायद maybe नागपुर से आया होगा, but you are the one who knows your region in your territory, so you can help them understand कि no, the green one suggested by contractor is good. Just quick project approval, quick collaboration, and you speak to each other, and you can hold accountable whoever has done that mistake or whoever has done that changes. And lastly, connecting to the telemetry, all your electromagnetic flow meters, all your digital solutions, or what we say IoTs, sensors, gauges, whatever the reading. Okay, SCADA is something different. We need SCADA. SCADA is important. But how about I add a step that the SCADA, instead of sending the data to SCADA, if I send all that data to my hydraulic model, wouldn't that change my everyday operations? Because operations of water supply is very different. So once everyone opens their eyes, operation begins, and it stays till everyone closes their eyes and goes on bed. So that is how critical the operations of water supplies or operation maintaining a drainage network or during the rainfall and monsoon season is. If we get the live telemetry directly into the hydraulic model, your contractors and consultants can see what is actually happening, what decisions to be taken, which walls needs to be closed immediately to divert the flow. Imagine a situation during COVID. I give this example every time. My team now knows my presentation and what I am going to speak next. I do this. Imagine a situation like COVID where entire population was shifted into house. No theaters, no malls, no airports, no railway stations. At that time, were our pipes capable to take that demand, which was completely shifted to domestic? No, because we designed a system that out of this X amount of water, this will be going to domestic, this will be going to industries, this will be going to, commercial segments, but everything was shut off instead of hospitals, I guess. And the entire demand. How will you manage such critical scenario? Live telemetry. If you are getting live feedback, what is the pressure getting, what is the flow getting, which wall should be closed, which wall should be operate based on that, so that the pipe doesn't get burst because it's under design at that stage. It is a right design, but just because the population is shifted at home, it gets under design, and you make your decisions accordingly. This is what connecting to telemetry. That's what makes Autodesk water infrastructure difference, and I can keep speaking. I'm an hydraulic engineer. You would be interested to understand that. I know that, but considering the time constraints, I will connect to you after this. But these are the product portfolios we have. Drainage design, 100% integration with Civil 3D, 100% integration with other CAD solutions, which makes your life easier. Then we have storm sewer flooding. The ICM stands for integrated catchment modeling. Small to large, it doesn't matter what is the size of the catchment. You can literally model entire Maharashtra floods, entire Mumbai's flood condition in one model. The complete area of Mumbai. I mean to say, including the parts from Vasai Virar till the end, Navi Mumbai itself, in one single model. That is the capacity of these solutions. We have solutions for water distribution, surge analysis inbuilt inside that, which again makes us different. We do not have to take the solution out just to do a surge analysis. AutoCAD Plant 3D, the case studies Nikhil has already shown, BIM to CAD, CAD to BIM for treatment plants. Asset management, Info 360 asset. We during previous presentation, sir has said that we send CCTV cameras inside the pipes. Now consider storm drain, which is of very heavy diameter. How do we use that video coming out of that? A small .mp4 format or whichever the video format is. bring that video to us, put it into Info360 Insight. It has an AI and machine learning backed with it. If you run the simulation, within 2 minutes, it will give you what is the condition of the pipe, what is video is showing, where are the protrusions, where is the breakages. It will not only show you that what is the condition, it will suggest you the possible measures also. And what we have to do, just get that dot and P4 video and put it into Info360 asset management. Managing CapEx, OpEx, both. That is what Autodesk water infrastructure can do. And Info360 Insight and plant digital twin, I said, digital twin of the plant network, whether I am pumping the water at right pressure, whether the critical tank at highest location is getting the water or not, or whether the area which was supposed to get this much amount of inundation during flood, is it exceeding that? Should we go and take the actions? Any decision which comes to your mind for water and wastewater things from the network or the catchment side can be brought into Info360 Insight and create a digital replica of that to make the decisions. And the complete Autodesk ecosystem, not only water, but the complete Autodesk water ecosystem. Like, you can plan using various solutions, design, build, operate, maintain, monitor, and the entire project can be saved into Autodesk Construction Cloud, which is so Autodesk, previously it was considered that Autodesk is someone who provides solutions for designing or modeling, but now we have solutions for the constructions as well. How is the construction going? Is it timely? Where is the material? What should be the planning? So the planning engineer or the planning team, we do have solutions available for that named Docs and Beam Collaborate Pro, where the entire project can be saved at one place and all the authorities can come and download, see, view, do changes in one single cloud-based platform. So that's complete Autodesk water infrastructure for you. I will not go much into detail. We have, but quickly, what do we cover in what can be done when I say water distribution? You can do hydraulic modeling, water supply, irrigation networks, pipe distribution, PDNs, river linking, interlinking of rivers. We are doing one kind of a POC kind of a thing for Wainganga, Nalganga river. Wastewater, stormwater, drainage design, hydraulic modeling, catchment and flood simulations. Go towards real-time flood monitoring, live modeling and performance monitoring. Asset management, long-term planning, I said managing the CapEx and OpEx, CCTV media and inspection management. So any kind of asset which you want to manage. Okay, operational analytics is mainly related to this will explain the background. What is the turbidity, what is the pH, am I supplying the water at the right design head and design flow, or do I need to change the duty point of the pump? All such questions coming during operations can be done using operational analytics. That's it. Thank you so much for listening. I think I am on time, even if it is exceeded. And please connect to me if you have any queries related to, we can discuss this in detail, more detail. I know there are time constraints. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vidit, for that insightful presentation, for highlighting the differentiating factors of Autodesk and its various offerings in the water management sector. Please give him a big round of applause.